Hello again YouTube and welcome back to Would You Like to Run an Idle Cafe? My name is MS-Punker1 and last video tournament or competition were about to begin. Even though it was 3 hours until it actually began. But we got backstage and the girls made themselves ready, and then we just sat down and waited until each saw 2 other girls, so Honey the Devil, and ran up to them as they were the best of friends. So what happens now? Several very anxious hours pass, and the rising star's cut eventually begins. Still think it's kind of strange or crazy that they had to make us ready so 3 or 4 hours in advance. I watch the events unfold on the screen in the backstage area, alongside Ichigo, and Mayuki, as Shiori takes the stage in all her glory. She addressed the audience of plus 10,000 packed into the stadium in the sweet, gentle car dance I've grown so accustomed to. Applause filled the stadium, so deafening I can hear it not just from the TV screen backstage, but through the walls themselves. The room seems to be shaking, and the air is thick with adrenaline. I won't be performing myself, but I'm starting to feel anxious. I can easily understand why Mayuki looks so white-faced. This will be Sweet Shoreline's biggest trial yet, but my faith in them is unwavering. It'll be alright. I reassure the trembling Mayuki while patting her head. We can do this. Just remember what Ko said, the deep breaths, alright? A few minutes pass during which Shiori exchanges some idle banter with another one of the amateurs. the famous announces, the famous comedian I've seen on a few talk shows. The gags procure several laughs from the crowd, which ripple through the stadium. This talk eventually winds itself down, however, and soon, too soon, or so it seems, the competition begins in earnest. The first idol group of the night is called to take their place on stage, following an introductory segment led by Shiori. I watched from the wings as idols perform one after another. I've seen these girls perform before during their practice sessions, but that was in the daytime without the proper lighting or the LED screen or the pulsating bass from the numerous sound systems. The performances are all stellar. None of the girls make many missteps, or so I can see. It must be stressed. Some of these girls look even sicker than Mayuki while waiting backstage. But we're able to smile brightly throughout their performances. The crowd goes wild over every group, though some I can't help but note receive more attention than others. Rapturous applause splits the air like thunder. Waves of clapping are mingled with whoops and cheers and screams of delight. The atmosphere is electric. It makes the fine hair of the back of my neck stand up on end. I never participated in anything quite like this before. It's insane. Honey Devil are called on stage before Sweet Shoreline. They work through their set like professional idols. Rina sweetly smiling, Hasaki grinning like a demon. At one point during their final song, Hasaki winks at the audience, which sends them into raptures. It's hard to hear the crowd above the pounding drums and guitars and the Honey Devil's backing track. But I swear I can hear one particular Sea Louse fan scream. I knew Honey Devil were popular, but I didn't know they had such an ardent fan base. I always found Hasaki and Rina irritating, but their performance puts all lingering ill will from my mind. For 10 minutes I can focus only on them. Their animated expressions, their energetic dancing, and their elaborate outfits. They don't look at all like ordinary girls. Not that Hasaki ever ordinary. Ever is ordinary. I suppose. Very glowing. Maybe a tough act to follow, but I think Sweet Shoreline can pull it off. They might be as polished as Honey Devil, but what we lack in experience they make up for in sheer charm. The time continues to pass and the competition nears its end. Any moment now it will be Switch Shorelin's turn. The previous group, Sunflower Magic, steps off the stage to raucous applause, and Shiori takes the mic anew. So this is it. Switch Shoreline's turn has come at last. It was a long time coming, but this is where many months of hard work have led to. What began as a humble enterprise to rescue Miss Miyamori's cafe has expanded into a phenomenon well beyond my expectations. Ichiko and Mayuki were once ordinary girls who lived and worked in a tiny seaside town too small to note. Now they are to perform on a huge stage in Tokyo in front of 10,000 spectators. They made incredible progress. Win or lose, I'm proud that they have come this far. I can't wait to see how their performance goes. Good luck out there. I see Ichiko and Mayuki off with a bright smile. You can do it. I believe in you. Ichiko and Mayuki bid me goodbye in turn when head out onto the stage. I stay behind in the wings, but I can see Sweet Shoreline step onto the stage through one of the TV screens mounted on the wall. The screen is focused on the wide angle shot of the stage, but it zooms in on Sweet Shoreline once they take their positions. Ichigo holds a mic in her hand, and enthusiastically introduces herself to the scores of people watching. So saying, Ichigo, Ko and Mayuki take their positions, raise their arms aloft, gripping their mics, and wait for the backing track of her first song to begin. The first chords of it the sound of the stadium. Soft at first, but soon it builds in volume. The song rises to an intense crescendo and then Smith Shoreline's first large-scale performance begins. Ichiro and Mayuki launches into the first song of the set with aplomb, whatever that is. The three of them smile brightly, even Ko as they twist and turn in step with the music they worked so hard to write. Ichigo's blonde pigtails swish about as she dances. Her full black skirt of her frilly maid dress flutters above her thighs. Her vocals when she starts singing are unwavering. She doesn't sound out of breath at all, despite the intense physical exertion she's putting her body under. This must be thanks to all the time she's spent practicing. Ko and Mayuki chiming during the chorus. Ko's voice is softer than Ichigo's, but lands under the started charm to the piece. Sorry. Like velvet. Mayuki's voice meanwhile is very clear and sweet. Like an angel's. They're all doing wonderfully. I still forget to worry about them while they're watching. Time slips away, swallowed up like sandcastle on the shore. For a full 10 minutes of Sweet Shoreline's performance, I can think of nothing but them. This must be their best performance yet. It's so full of energy. The other idols waiting backstage cease their private conversations to stare. You look utterly absorbed, as am I. I almost wish Sweet Shoreline's performance would go on forever, and I don't think I'm the only one. When their set finishes, they are met with a vacuous round of applause, the like of which I never heard before. They occur even more whoops and cheers, or so it seems, than Honey Devil, or Blueberries, or Flower Power, or any of the other proceeding acts. That is electric, over-eager, all charged up from Ichiro and Mayuki's energy. I can pick out a few individual cries from among the beam through the TV set and the walls. Sounds like everybody enjoyed themselves. It's like fun, Mayuki included. The camera lingers on them, their faces flushed and covered in sweat, but they smiling like I never seen before. You really did it. I find myself smiling along with them. My heart still fluttering from the excitement of it all. You did such a good job. Not that I ever doubted you, of course. All my anxiety had faded to be replaced with nothing but contentment. Might sound cheesy, but I don't think I ever felt happier than I do now. The competition comes to a close half an hour later, after a handful more performances. These performances gained a lot of applause too, but though this might be wishful thinking, the audience didn't seem to react as favorable to them as they did to Sweet Shoreline. Sweet Shoreline seemed to accrue the most support of all the girls tonight. I wonder if that will be enough to secure them a victory. As for myself, I don't mind whatever they win or lose. I think they would worked more and hard enough to be proud of themselves. I'm prepared to accept any result, no matter what it may be. Another anxious half an hour passes, while the votes from the public are counted. And the judges confer among themselves. During this half hour, the comedian from earlier recaps the competition, but I can't concentrate on their words. I'm too full of anticipation. Eventually, Shiori takes the stage. She looks to the crowd. Her green eyes soft and gentle, and brings the microphone to her mouth. She gets the audience anew, then begins the night's closing speech. She thanks the audience once more for their time, and offers her thanks to all the staff who made the competition possible. She thanks the sound and light engineers, stagehands and all the members of Silver Show Pro. She thanks the idols too, and their managers, and the competition's sponsors. Once her thanks have finished, she sets about to announce what we are all waiting for, the winners of the night's competition. She inhales. Then there's a silence so deep you could hear a pin drop. I cast my eyes about idols assembled backstage. They look rumpled after their performances, red-faced, and many of them are holding hands. Girls from Blueberries have their eyes squeezed shut, while the girls from Flower Shower each go like Cozy, I think her name was, seems to be praying. Saki and Rina are sitting together, their expressions taut, like twin dolls. The atmosphere is thicker than mo what? Molasses? Time slows to vertebral crawl. I wait and wait and I wait for what seems an eternity until. Wouldn't surprise me if it is the Sweet Shoreline just because they are the MCs, but at the same time it wouldn't surprise me if it is one of the others we expect Sweet Shoreline to win. Yeah. And it was my first theory. Huh? Announcement is so sudden it catches me off guard. I blink as though awakening from a dream and stare up at the TV screen. Shorty is standing on stage, smiling, holding a microphone. Nothing looks amiss, but I'm not sure if I can trust my own eyes or my ears. Not hearing things, am I? Sweet Shoreline did incredibly well, but we were pitted against a lot of talented girls. Can this really be happening? I'm afraid it must be a mistake, but... all of them are, Milky stares wide-eyed. She looks about as stunned as I feel, which is to say a lot. Milky blinks. She looks bewildered, like a lost child. You were, yeah, but you shouldn't sell yourself short. You're talented too. The audience recognized that and the judges. And now they're rewarding you. You ought to go on stage and accept the trophy, unless you want me to accept it in your place. I smirk. I could do that, but I don't think your newfound fans would appreciate it. They'd be far happier staring at your cute faces, not mine. I'm nothing much to look at, but you girls are really amazing. Ichigo, who's been unusually quiet since Yori's tumultuous announcement, nods and gets to her feet. Miyuki pulls her face. Ko's reply is monotonous, as always. The visible eye unblinking. Sometimes I wonder if Batgirl is immune to sarcasm. She seems immune to most human emotions, in general, really. She's really only member of Sweet Shoreline who doesn't look at all flustered by the victory. Did she know this would happen? Probably. Maybe the spirits told her. But when they believe in the spirits, of course. It's easier to believe that Ko is an individual. I settled for that. I watched smiling as Sweet Shoreline once again take the stage. They stand by Shiori, who beams at them and hands them their well-earned trophy. Ichigo accepts the trophy on behalf of Sweet Shoreline and faces the audience with tears of gratitude in her eyes. Aren't you supposed to thank the audience instead of just praising Miyuki? Miyuki scowls, which induces a ripple of laughter from the audience. I hear them cry out in their multitude voices. Voices filling the air like fireworks. And Ichigo sniffles, and a abashed smile upon her pretty face. Shiori smiles gently in that motherly manner of hers, which can make even the hardest of hearts melt. Is she gonna come out now with that she's retiring? Shiori turns to the audience, her fingers gripped tightly around her mic. She inhales as she always does before making an important announcement, and narrows her eyes. I think the audience can tell she means to say something serious, because the whooping and cheering in the wake of Switzerland's unprecedented victory dies down. Silence reigns once more in the stadium. I think I know what Shiori will say, even before she opens her mouth. She discussed this matter with me privately when I bumped into her in the bars. I shouldn't be surprised, and yet... Shiori's news still makes me reel like a punch to the stomach. It leaves me feeling winded. I knew it was coming, but even I was unprepared for the finality of this speech. Everybody else in the stadium, meanwhile, is utterly floored. The silence soon gives way to consumed murmuring, even among the girls in the wings. We look to one another, eyes wide, Asaka and Rina included. These heartfelt cries resonate within me. I feel sorry for the girls surrounding me, who adore Shiori so. But I can't condone Shiori for coming to this decision. It is her choice to make, after all. Her life is her own, For many years she has been leaving it for the sake of her fans, solely to appease them. Maintaining Wiener of perfection is at all times must be gradually grueling for anybody, even an industry professional like Shiori. And that's before factoring in all the time she must spend practicing. She's been pushing herself for an inordinately long time. Shiori's announcement is sudden, yes, but it's understandable. I don't know Shiori all that well, but I still want the best for her. She's been wavering for a long while now, unsure of what she wants. If taking a break, either indefinitely or only for the present, will give her the closure she needs. I don't begrudge her. Shiori's happiness is more important than her continued popularity. Shiori looks to sweet shoreline, still smiling. Shiori sniffles, tears beginning to trickle in earnest down her pretty face. She's sobbing openly now, but even her tears look ladylike and delicate. Rory takes in a deep breath, then beams brightly. Her smile is radiant, the expression joyous, despite the tears tracking down her cheeks. She looks so beautiful it takes my breath away. Okay, but I think that will be it for this video, so hope you liked it. And if you did so, leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.